Hello guys, this is Zhicheng from the Tech Revolutionist, and today we're going to do a quick review on the Maximus 8 Ranger motherboard as well as the Maximus 8 Hero motherboard, and look at the main differences and the core differences between these two motherboards because they are vastly similar in terms of its specifications as well as features. So as you know, the Republic of Gamers series from ASUS, this series of motherboards is the highest end of all as compared to your deluxe, your pro gaming and your everything. So we are looking at extreme stability as well as extreme performance. These are the boards that you should buy if you want to, let's say, overclock or do some extreme gaming, running some very high-end graphics cards on this. And of course, as we know, the Maximus 8 series of motherboard supports the newest and the greatest Intel Skylake processors. That means we have the Core i7-6700K as well as the Core i5-6600K that is currently out in the market. Of course, later Intel will announce even more processors for the whole lineup of the Skylake processors. Let's take the Maximus 8 Hero as the first example. Then we can take a look at the different features, and I'll just point out the difference between the Maximus 8 Hero and Ranger just from this board, taking this board as the reference. So as you can see, we have the socket over here is the 1151 Intel socket. Of course, there are 1151 pins out there in the bottom that only supports the new Skylake processors and not anything else other than the Intel Skylake processors because they run on the different number of pins on the CPU. Then of course, one main core difference from the previous generation of motherboards is the utilization of the DDR4 memories. So with the new DDR4 memories, we can reach actually speeds that is beyond 2000 MHz. In the past, we even probably reaching 2000 MHz stop on the DDR3 RAMs is difficult, and we currently run more than 2000 MHz or probably going even beyond 3000 GHz just from the reference parts without any overclocking. So very nice and sleek design for this motherboard, having the same theme on the ROG red and black. Let's take a look at the different PCI Express slots we have. Firstly, X1 slot, followed by X16 slot, electrically running X16. That means all the pins are actually filled up all the way from the front to the back. And then next, a PCI Express X1 slot again, and then the PCI Express X8 physical slot but running only at X8 speeds, and X1 slot again, as well as another X16 slot running only on 6 electrically running X8. One core difference between the Maximus 8 Ranger and the Maximus 8 Hero over here is you can see the main design over here. We have actually a shield that is made of plastic as compared to the Maximus 8 Ranger without that. That is one of the main difference. But other than that, there really isn't much difference. Another part of difference we can see is the SATA ports on the Maximus 8 Hero. There is additional 2 more SATA ports over here, making it to a total of 8, which 4 of them can be 2 times SATA Express, while on the Maximus 8 Ranger we only have 6 SATA 6 gigabit per second slots. If not, 4 of them can be a SATA Express. So the main difference is there's actually additional 2 more from an S Media SATA 6 controller right from the additional chip on the motherboard. Other than that, let's take a look at the I/O ports available. We have a PS2 port for either both your keyboard or your mouse that is running on the legacy PS2, 2 USB 2.0, a reset BIOS switch, 2 more USB 2.0 making a total of 4 USB 2.0, 1 display port out and 1 HDMI out. This is using the graphics core that is directly from the Intel Skylake processor. One of the main interesting things about the new motherboard is the compatibility with the newer USB 3.1 standard, allowing you to have the speed of up to 10 gigabit per second. We have a Type A over here as well as a Type C. And then we have 1 times Intel Gigabit Ethernet, allowing you to have extreme speeds and performance for your internet access, and as well as, of course, your MMORPG and games. that runs on the internet. Of course, lastly we have two more, USB 3.0. Over here, let's talk about the audio. So the improvement from previous generation of ROG motherboard on the audio side is that currently with the same Supreme FX technology and codec from ASUS, they have improved it and called it the Supreme FX 2015. With such technology, they have even included very high-grade Japanese chips for the capacitors for better and clearer audio output, as well as the integrated 2-amp headphone amp that allows you to, of course, plug into your headphones and have that additional amplification of your audio signals directly out from there. Similarly, we have the start and reset switch at the bottom. And lastly, of course, not forgetting the M2 slot that allows you to put in any additional M2 drives out there for an extreme expandability and speed out from your new SSD. So there we have it. This is the main core difference between the Maximus 8 Ranger as well as the Maximus 8 Hero. The main 2 points are the additional feature on the aesthetic part on the plastic cover, as well as the 2 additional SATA ports from the S Media controller for the Maximus 8 Hero. So if you are not looking at something, the additional feature doesn't really attracts you a lot, you can just go directly ahead and buy the Maximus 8 Ranger instead, because honestly speaking, there isn't really much difference as comparing to these 2 models of motherboard. So there you have it. These are a summary of these 2 motherboards, the ROG series, Maximus 8 Hero and Maximus 8 Ranger motherboard, designed for the new Intel Skylake processors. Thank you.